proudly Ghanaian, when we say that, what really does it mean?
It's only coming from the fact that we are looking at how far we have arrived here from where we come from. All right. If you are able to trace that history that brought us to this far, this is the only thing that put us together. You realize that beyond that, politics has divided us. We live in a society where instability has created all manner of problems. And bad leadership has destroyed this one fine idea of building a society we call our own and defend it to the hilt. Today, the story is different. And we know the forces at work that is preventing all these things from happening. But the good news is that you have young people of today, some of whom are ready to fight on and continue from where our leaders left off. And for me, that's the spirit that is going to hold us together and fight on. Otherwise, one would have been tempted to say that it's already a lost battle. But there is hope at the end of the day.
Well, Dr. Asah-Asante, I've listened to you lecture a number of young ones at the University of Ghana in the area of political science. I bet this question may have come up before. Do you get the sense that we have a Ghanaian dream? And when you find out from them, what do they say it is? Do they even know what it is?
It is a difficult one. Answers that you get from people when you pose this question to them, you get a sense that people are confused as to what we want, simply because what our forefathers set for us as something which should put us together, we have lost it. So now we are trying to find what is the Ghanaian dream. But if that is the case, then I'm inclined to say that we are looking at things that will unite us, as opposed to things that put us in different groups, and then we tend to fight ourselves and destroy what we want to build. Remember that those who build the state actually focus on the fact that we want to have a society we can call our own, a society where we enjoy freedom and we develop in freedom. Is that the society we have today? A society where you have leaders who can see things far ahead of them and be able to predict what will happen and then find solutions to problems that are ahead of us. Is that the leadership we have today? A society where we have leaders who will lead us with honesty and sincerity, and leaders who will not be corrupt. This is a society that we have leaders who want everything for themselves, and every other human being can, go and hang himself. That is a sorry story. So in the midst of all the difficulties, you realize that the Ghanaian is confused as to whether there is a dream. But it is our duty that we make it a reality by having the Ghanaian dream, where all of us will rally around and make sure that it works for our society.
I'm sure this 67-year-old country, we call her Ama Ghana. I don't know why, but at least that's what we've all come to know, that is our motherland, and she's Ama. But really, this is the Ghana we have, but we are told there is a Ghana we want. Really, what's wrong with this Ghana we have such that there is a Ghana we are looking forward to or desiring to have?
The wrong things about this Ghana that we have today is that we are in leadership crisis. If you look at where we took off from independence, we had great potentials with leaders who had vision, whose vision went beyond their ethnic group to move into other parts of beyond Ghana and other parts of Africa. And that you cannot single out. You cannot mention names without leaving out Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He lived way beyond his contemporaries in terms of ideas, in terms of plans, in terms of development, ideas, and the rest of them. After independence, we saw the politics of decay, politics of misgovernance, misrule, human right violations and the rest of them. And you realize that all these things have affected our identity as a people, and it has, lowered our desire to fight as one people for one cause. Today, you have a large army of youth without jobs. We have a whole lot of natural resources given to us, but we don't tap them and develop them for the benefit of human society. The ecosystem that God gave us, that we need to protect and defend, has been bastardized. And we have a government that sat down as if it is on sabbatical leave. All right. We have, socialization that is supposed to bring us all together as kids, develop us, and inculcate values that will enable us to defend all the good things that we have been thrown to the dogs. We have a society that wealth is everything, and that it doesn't matter integrity and all that. We've compromised integrity for wealth. We've compromised integrity for anything that gives us short-term pleasure and advantage. And today we are worried where we are. These are the evils that have reared their ugly heads in our system, and today we are paying dearly for it. That if we want to fix this, we need soul searching. All right. As Aristotle said, the unexamined life is not worth living. We must come to that, realization, and that things are not good enough, and that there is a need to have a paradigm shift. That's the beginning. And then we walk away from the talk shop to real workshop, where we put things together and then do things that address our problems that we have today. And above all, we must have a sense of patriotism that says that, look, this is the country that we have, and that we must apply our shoulders to the wheel and work to save this country and save generations ahead of us. If we lose it, I'm afraid it doesn't matter the amount of rhetorics. It doesn't matter the number of times that we change government and all that. If we lose this, we will struggle to find the path to destiny.
But you talk about leadership. We are the ones that select the leaders that we have.
Yeah, simply because we are not careful in selection. We select based on other factors which are not necessary. We select based on ethnicity. We select based on religion. We select based on other unnecessary factors. But look, leaders are those who will lead and unlock your potentials. We need people who will lead by example, people who will stimulate work, people who will lead by very good example and who will unlock our potential so that we develop what God has given us to the very best. We have lost them. We have lost them. This country really needs the political John the Baptist who will see things far ahead and tell the people look, let us go this way. And that is my prayer. But all is not lost yet. I hope and pray and that as that advocacy goes on, people will learn from all that we are talking about. And at the end of the day, one day, we'll look back and say that we've made it.
Back to the issue about leadership. But you've had Golda and then also Bash raise the issue about how can we talk about leadership when, in fact, we have allowed just a small group of people and the political party structure to give us the option of choosing between the bigger evil and the lesser of those evils to lead this country. You are into political science. Really, is it time to change that kind of system? Is it possible to actually change that kind of system to make it better in terms of who we elect or who we put out there as our leaders?
What we need to know that we are not operating a direct democracy as it used to be in Athens, where every male adult was a part of policy or decision in Athens. No. Society have become complex and we have moved on. So today we have representative democracy where a small fraction of the people are selected to represent the people at all levels. So you don't expect any, system to allow everybody, for instance, at the grassroots, to select their leaders. No, you give the power to a few people that we have reposed confidence in, you have entrusted power with, to do the selection. The whole argument about this is that when the selection is done by a small group of people that you have chosen, the selection tends to be the best. And yes, there are a few problems here and there, but it's the best system. And that at the end of the day, you and I have a duty to sanction that or to reject it. That is where the bulk of the responsibility lies. That after they have done that selection, then at the national level where we are given the opportunity that this is the people they give to us, we have the right to scrutinize them in terms of what their personality, in terms of what their ideas, in terms of their policies and all that. And at the end of the day, we should come to a firm decision that, yes, this one is better than the other in terms of all the things that we are using as measuring rods. This is where we fail to do. And the reasons are numerous. One of the reasons is that if you look at our country, literacy level, you and I, is very low. So we need to intensify advocacy, education for people to become abreast with issues so that when we are assessing leaders, we can assess them based on standard measurement and not based on emotions, ethnicity, and all those unnecessary things. And this is one of the things that over the years, yes, we are doing our best, but we have not been able to get to the bottom of it. And always that's a problem. Issue of poverty has created a situation where little crumbs, when they are thrown out during selection of such leaders, people gravitate towards that and then use that as a way of replacing or shortchanging their own self. Once they get that, any decision they want to take to favor the one who threw out those crumbs to them. And that's unfortunate. Also, we have lived in a system where hypocrisy has taken a better part of our society, where we know that these are the very things we undermine our own system. We gloss over, we turn blind eye to them and pretend as if they do not exist. Look at today. People are looking for political power and it's as if they are on the market. It's for sale. The person with the highest money is able to buy, sell. You throw out money out and people buy and then you get a leader. If you get a leader through this process, of course, you are not going to get a leader worth his or her salt. You are going to get somebody that money through monetary inducement. He has gone out of that process. That is not leadership. Okay. And today, who has the courage, the team, the courage to stand and talk about these things? Political parties are saying all this. We see them in broad daylight sharing money. But we have lost leaders in our society who said, this is wrong and all that. They will deceive us into believing that it is nothing. It is a means by which we help people who don't have transport and all that. These arguments must be, sent to the Marines. It's bogus, but here you are. You have people, well-meaning people who support this and pretend as if nothing. Hypocrisy is killing us. And also, one of the things that have undermined leadership so much is the fact that, look, we are prepared to die with our party forever and their leaders. It doesn't matter whether they do things right or wrong. Party tradition has really, occupied our attention so much that we look down upon real issues that really support society. Okay. We worship our leaders. We hold them in high esteem, and we are not ready to speak truth to power, and that is what is lacking. I believe that if you really want to build the Ghana that you and I believe in, Ghana that our forefathers built and had a dream that we will be able to continue the forward march, then we need to change our ways. We need to be able to be bold and then speak the truth at all times. It doesn't matter whether it hurts or not. Okay. We need to have leaders who have vision, whose vision goes beyond this country, and then leaders who will be able to bring things that would improve our lot. Okay. We need leaders who are selfless and they are prepared to serve this country. And I stand and I dove my heart for people like Kwame Nkrumah, people like what Buzia, people like Liman, and the rest of them. They govern this country. They have nothing in terms of wealth that they can show, but their works are there. We need people who will come and show that shining example, and then we emulate. And this is the Ghana that we want to build. Anything fall short of this, I'm afraid, it's nothing but an aberration.
Okay.